So hello there everybody and welcome back on in to the channel today for a new video where we are going to be discussing some rumoured Ninjago information. Now I first of all just would like to set an instant reminder before even getting started with today's video and before, your hopes start getting up because of the fact that this is probably fake if you ask me personally. I'm not making this video assuming that this information is going to actually end up being true. I'd just like to state that right off the bat here so that again, you guys do not get your hopes up in any way, shape or form. So yes, with that little reminder out of the way, again, just to reiterate, this information, in my personal opinion, is probably not real. I would like to get started with today's video, as I've seen this going around the community a little bit. I've seen it in Discord and stuff like that. So I wanted to make a video on it today, just in case there was a chance it was real. And hey, even if it ends up being entirely fake, I thought that it would make for an interesting video regardless, just to have a bit of a theoretical discussion with regards to this. And yeah, as the title may suggest, we have new Ninjago episode names for the future of Ninjago Dragons Rising. So let's get straight into this. Obviously, quote-unquote spoilers are ahead, assuming this does somehow end up being real. But again, it probably isn't, so let's just begin with the video. So here we have episode 20, and this one is called The Dragon Awakens. So the first broadcast is, again, essentially going to be on Thursday, October the 5th, 2023, which, to be honest, is probably a fairly real-sounding date, considering we do know that the next half is set for release sometime in this autumn or fall, whatever you really want to call it. So that would kind of make sense. I wouldn't be surprised if we did get episodes at around this time. But as for the actual description here, it reads, quote, "The imprisoned Source Dragon breaks free, unleashing its immense power to aid the ninja in their final showdown against the Imperium. Guided by the Source Dragon, Lloyd and Sora unleash their ultimate potential and obtain their final... I can't even read that. Oh, here we go. Their final elemental sparks, turning the tide of battle and setting the stage for an epic conclusion to the Imperium arc." So overall, again, just being theoretical here, assuming this was to be real, it sounds interesting, but I'm not too sure how the imprisoned Source Dragons would break free. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that this is definitely fake because of the fact that you can't really, actually break free the Source Dragons in case the whole world essentially gets destroyed. But at the same time, this is actually Ninjago after all. They are definitely going to pull some sort of plot device out of thin air, and therefore the Source Dragons will somehow be freed. We'll probably find out more later in the season. Perhaps it's got to do with something, relating to the Merge Quakes. Perhaps if those are put to a stop, then that allows for the Source Dragons to be freed. Or if not, then I'm sure there is some sort of loophole in which, again, the Source Dragons can actually be freed properly. And, that will be it. So I wouldn't say that just because the Source Dragons are free in this description, it instantly makes it all fake. I definitely wouldn't say that at all. I think that they will definitely be freed in some way, shape or form. But regardless, I just don't think this one sounds all that legitimate overall. I don't know. If it does end up being real, then fair enough. It sounds pretty decent. But other than that, I'm just not really seeing the proof here, to be honest. I'm just not seeing where this could possibly be real. But regardless, we do have some more episode descriptions here. So starting off with this one up at the top, episode 19, The Ultimate Conflict. This one says, quote, "As the battle between Ninja and Imperium intensifies with Beatrix joining the fight, alliances are tested and sacrifices are made, leading to a decisive confrontation of destinies which will shape the future of Ninjago." This one actually does sound really, really cool. I'm really a big fan of Beatrix joining the fight. That alone sounds so badass, and it's something I would absolutely be down to see in the future. Episode 18 reads, quote, "The Secrets of Merger," which that one just sounds ridiculously fake. I'd imagine that's probably a mistype there, as below it does say Secrets of the Merge, so I think that's probably just a slight spelling error. But regardless, the description here does read the following, quote, "Master Wu returns from the verge of oblivion to reveal the long-kept secrets of fusion, propelling the ninja into a final confrontation that will shape Ninjago's fate." And also, while we're at this kind of point of the video, all of this sounds like it's just based off things we already know. We've already heard the whispers of Master Wu. We know Beatrix. We know all about her and how she's probably going to be fighting later on in some way, shape or form, judging from what we saw in episode 10 with her huge mech. Obviously, we also have the Source Dragons. It all sounds like fan-made theories based on stuff we already currently know about, and that just that alone makes it sound a bit fake, in my personal opinion. That just doesn't sound all that real to me. I don't know. I hope I'm kind of making sense with this, but again, I just think that it seems quite fake. Episode 17 is called The Whispers of the Past, and this one reads, quote, As the ninja travel aboard the Imperial train, they are surprised to hear the familiar voice of Master Wu's mind, guiding them to a revelation that will change everything they thought they knew. This one's interesting because it kind of sounds like what we've already seen with the whole Whispers of Master Wu thing that led Kai and Nia to actually meet up, and that alone seemed like it was kind of revolutionary and it changed everything we knew. So to have kind of a copy and paste situation here for episode 17, again, it definitely gives off some sort of fake vibes in my opinion at least. Episode 16 is called, quote, The Awakening of Technology, and this one reads, Sora embarks on a journey of self-discovery and masters her long-sleep elementary power of technology, while the tyranny of Rapton has reached its peak, threatening to enslave the innocent population of the Junction. This one does sound very cool, and I'm very happy to see you know, kind of the evolution of Sora with her whole power situation. That's kind of been a huge question so far within Dragon's Rising. We've had this question of, what is her power? Is it a power she actually has inside of her? What does she control? Is it actually technology? Obviously, the characters in the show think it's technology, but we don't know for sure if it actually is that. So that's a very interesting question to see here, and I'm sure it will actually be answered properly later on within the season. So overall, again, just assuming this one was real, it does actually sound pretty cool in my honest opinion there. For these next episodes, I'm going to start further down so that they are more in order for you guys. So this one reads episode 12, Twisted Reflections, and it says here, in a flashback, Beatrix's tormented past with his twin sister is revealed, while the ninjas discover the truth. Beatrix banished his corrupt sister to the void. Again, ignore the his, obviously Beatrix is a female, her, but then it also goes on to say, yeah, again, her corrupt sister to the void, a kingdom of emptiness and darkness, very, very cool. If this was real, this would sound absolutely incredible, and to be honest, I hope something like this is real. We have heard all about Beatrix's twin sister, this long-lost kind of enigma of a character that we do not know anything about so far. I'm sure we're going to be getting more of her, you know, backstory later on within the season. It would only make sense, and I absolutely am buzzing to learn more about Beatrix and her backstory, and obviously, again, her long-lost twin sister. I'm sure she will probably be playing a fairly big role later on. Episode 13 is called Beyond Thunder. The ninjas go to Lee's kingdom where they find Jay and discover a crucial hidden power for their next battle. To be fully honest with you guys, this one is like off the charts fake sounding in my opinion. Now Lee's kingdom isn't entirely made up, as it was mentioned in like episode 3 I think it was of Dragon's Rising, and that again it sounds like it was just a fan theory, as they've taken that small saying, obviously the kingdom of Lee, and have just kind of put it here and have worded it a bit weirdly. I just do not think this one's real at all, if you ask me, guys, to be fully honest with you. Moving along there, we have episode 14, Shadow Frozen. And this one here reads, quote, while the ninjas venture deeper into the perilous Forbidden Kingdom, Beatrix takes the opportunity to launch a surprise attack on the Junction. Cool sounding, I've got to say that, but there's not really too much to go off of. Moving on to the last one here, we've got episode 15, The Sparks of Destiny, and it reads, quote, as Aaron embraces his fate and becomes a ninja, Sora is about to unlock her basic powers, risking control of Ryu's spark in it. Again, a fairly boring sounding one, but I do like the progression here with the whole Sora thing going on. But that is going to cover it for today's video here, covering some episode descriptions, giving my brief thoughts on them, and most importantly, just putting them out there for all of you guys to see in case you were interested in this, because this has been doing the rounds in the community, but at the same time, I wouldn't say it's become like mainstream news, or at least it hasn't as of the time of me recording this video. But again, that is basically going to cover it from me here, so hopefully you guys did all enjoy it. If you did though, please do feel free to leave a like on today's video. Oh, and also, obviously, be sure to go and drop all of your own thoughts on all of this down below in the comments. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. Subscribe to the channel for more, and hit that notification bell so that you behind the screen there, it's you that I'm staring right at you, can be the first to keep up to date on all things Ninjago here on the channel. And with all this being said, I will catch you all soon for a new one. Goodbye, everybody. See you all very soon.